book lovers, book readers, book friends. Welcome to Read This Book. I am your hostess, LaShonda, and I am bringing you the reviews for this week. That's right, reviews, meaning more than one. I have two of them for you today. Two very sweet romance stories. Yeah. I do love me some hardcore romance books with all the drama and the angst and the betrayal and, motorcycle clubs and billionaire baby daddies and all of that good stuff. But I came across these two stories that were so sweet and so well written that I had to share them with you. So let's get into it. The first one is The Colored Line by Tiffany Richardson, and it is the story of Norah and Spencer. Norah and Spencer are two police officers fresh out of the police academy, and they are partnered together. Norah is Black and Spencer is white, so it's an interracial romance. But they're both very shy and kind of awkward in their own ways, and they just click. They click and they connect, they talk and they become partners and learn how to trust each other. All of those things, right? While they're police officers, but there's this romance blooming between them. And they know that that can happen because they're partners, but the heart wants what the heart wants. And so Norah and Spencer become a couple. They're trying to keep it under wraps, but they are just so into each other. It is so sickening sweet how that first love, when you just know, and you just read this story where they grow into who they are and who they're becoming as a couple, and you cheer for them. You're like, yes, love is great. But there is a story that Norah is not telling Spencer. When Norah was 8, her father was killed by a white police officer, and it's kind of been her passion to become a police officer and to protect and serve the right way. And so she never really talks about her father because it's still very painful for her. And she finally breaks down and talks to Spencer about what happened to her father, and his heart just breaks for her. His heart breaks for her, and he's just like, oh my God, because it was his father that killed her father. And I'm like, no, this is supposed to be sweet. This is supposed to have a happy ending. How can you do this? But from that, Norah has to really put on her big girl panties like, hey, are you going to punish the men that you love for the sins of the father? Or are you going to love him and you guys are going to continue this beautiful relationship that you have? Are you going to throw this away because of what happened in the past? And so you're reading through this and you feel her dilemma, right? You feel it and you're understanding, but you're also like, girl, get your man. And so while she's going through this, they're kind of broken up and she's really genuinely heartbroken. And on the flip side, you get to experience his feelings, how he's heartbroken and how just absolutely he's destroyed by this because he loves her and he knows how deep this wound is for her. And he just hates that he's the cause of it, but he's not. So you get both sides of the spectrum. You get her perspective and you get his perspective of how this secret, how this past is now messing with their present and their future. And you're reading it and you're cheering for them and you want them to pull it together, and they do. I was like, yes, this is love. This is such a sweet romance. This is just, it gives you all of the feels. It gives you all of the good, your heart just beats for them and kind of like, that's love. That's love when you sacrifice. That's love when you how you can go through things and then you come back. It did not have the happy ever after that I thought it was gonna have. But it did have a happy ever after. And it is just, again, a testament to true love, your first love, that real love, that committed love, that undying love, the just when the heart knows, and how you have to forgive. You have to live in the moment. You have to cherish every single kiss, every single touch, every single day that you get to be with the love of your life. You have to cherish it. And it was so well written. It was just, damn it, Tiffany. It gave me all the feels. It gave me all the feels. And I will admit, I am a hopeless romantic, so this just pushed all my buttons. It really did. I absolutely loved this story. It was a super quick read. Like, you can read it in a couple of hours and you're going to be messed up for a minute, but then you're going to be like, I love love. So yeah, read The Colored Line by Tiffany Richardson. It is absolutely amazing, and I will drop the links in the comments below so you can get it. All right. So the second story is by one of my favorites, Danielle Allen. It is called Slow News Day, a Groundhog Day holiday romance. It is a super long title, but we're just gonna go with Slow News Day. And this one is more like a romantic comedy almost. It was funny. It was like, oh, and then she kind of like threw a little message in there. But let me back up and tell you about the book. This is the story of Milan and Shawn. They both work for this news station, and Milan has been dying to be like the lead anchor, to be in front of the camera. And she finally gets her opportunity to be on camera, and then they snatch it back and was like, no, we need you to go cover the Groundhog's Day story. And she's like, what? Groundhog's Day? That's not even a real holiday. I'm supposed to be on camera, and I gotta go do this shit? Oh, girlfriend was not having it. She was super hot. Super hot. So Shawn is her cameraman and kind of like her BFF at the news station. And he was like, yo, chill out. Go kill this. You know you're a good reporter and your time is going to come for you to be in front of the camera, but quit tripping. You know, you always get like this. So just let's go do this assignment and call it a day. And she's like, no, I'm supposed to be on camera. I'm supposed to be, you know, the lead anchor, and I can't believe they did this to me, and I gotta go cover this stupid thing. And so he's like, okay, listen, I'm your cameraman. Let's go do this. We're gonna make it fun, and let's go. So they decide, well, he decides to take her mind off of things and to, you know, because he's already kept it real with her, and is like, listen, okay, let's play a game of truth or dare. And she's like, what? And he's like, let's play truth or dare. And so they're playing a game, and they're like, truth, you know, asking questions, you know, why are you not happy? You know, just kind of getting into her space, trying to feel her out, trying to make her think. And then they get to the dare. Oh, the dares. That's where it gets really sexy in the back of the news van. I was like, hey, all right, girl, if you're not relaxed after that dare, I don't know what's wrong with you. And so they have this dare. Some things happen, and then they get to the place where they're supposed to cover the Groundhog's Day event, and just they're having the time of their life, laughing at the people, you know, just watching everything come together. And in the midst of that, they're having conversations, getting to know each other, and then they're doing their job. You know, they're doing what they're supposed to do, interview people and all this good stuff. So in the midst of this day of covering this Groundhog Day stuff, they move through different festivities that's happening throughout this little town, and they keep playing the game Truth or Dare. They get to know each other better, and then some more sexy stuff happen. But the conversation between them is really funny. They have some funny conversations. They have some keep it real conversations. They just really get to know each other and feel each other out. And I get what he's doing. He's trying to distract her from being in her angry space about why she's not on the news, on the desk. And so they go through this whole day of covering all these different activities. And the more things they cover, the funnier it gets. The more truth and dare they play. And so finally, one of the other reporters from another news channel knows her, and they're talking to have a conversation, and they go cover another event, and some sexy stuff happened, and the other reporter comes back and was like, oh, so I saw y'all. The cat's out of the bag. And they're like, oh crap, what are we gonna do? So you got that drama that unfolds from that, because they're busted, right, for kind of fooling around. So they make it back to the news station, and the segments were phenomenal, and they're getting all these kudos and stuff. And the boss calls her back into the office, it's like, okay, you did a good job with that, yada yada. And he says something, and she just goes off like, I deserve to be on the desk. I did this stupid assignment. How dare you? And he's just looking at her like, well, damn. And he basically was like, yeah, you may deserve it, but that doesn't mean you're gonna get it. And you need to learn how to shut your mouth, because you just blew an opportunity. And she was like, damn. And it's funny because that's what Shawn was telling her, is like, learn to shut up. Learn to shut up. So anyway, they get back, the boss is giving her the business, and she's sitting there feeling like 2 feet tall. And I was like, girl. So then something happens that she gets some good news, and she goes to tell Shawn, and they're like ecstatic, and they're like all over each other, and people are like, oh, get a hotel room, all this good stuff. So at the end of the day, she got what she wanted, and she may have got a man, but they kind of let you figure that out from there. Yeah. And I just gave away the whole story. Dang it! But you should still read it. Read it for yourself, because there are some funny conversations, the things that they describe that happen at these events, the interplay between them, and just kind of those little lessons that are weaved in. I was like, Danielle Allen, you are brilliant. She didn't come and hit you over the head with the message. She just kind of subtly wove it into the story. And this is another quick read. Like, I literally read this, I think, in an hour, because it is super quick, but it is a romantic comedy, I will say that way. At least I feel it's a romantic comedy. But nevertheless, it was a super sweet story. Yes, it has some sexy stuff in it, but it wasn't over the top sexy time. It was good sexy time. Like I said, and just very well written. You get right into it. I laughed, I chuckled. I was like, oh, okay. Learned some things about Back of the Vans, but all right. So that is my review for Slow News Day. Again, the links are in the comments so you can get your copy. It's on Kindle, on KU. And if you love it, buy it. And don't forget to leave a review on this channel. Leave a review on the author's pages as well. They're all on social media. They love to hear from you. So if you like it, if you love it, read it, leave a review. Let us know. I want to know too. So those are the reviews today. The Colored Line by Tiffany Richardson and Slow News Day by Danielle Allen. I hope you enjoy them. Leave comments below. And until next time, read a good book.